Go ahead.
Om Vakratunda Mahakarya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nivrignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakayeshu Sarvada Angigam Bhuvanam Yasya Vachikam Sarvavamayam Aharyam Chandra Taradi Tam Numaha Satvikam Shivam Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambam Karishyami Siddhit Bhavatu Me Sada Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejashvi Navaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Hariom Sadgurubhyo Namaha Hariom.
Okay, Vidhi, carry on.
Yes, sir. Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Parayantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Salutations to Lord Shiva and Adi Shankaracharya and Shri Paramatma Nandaji. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hariom everyone. So last few classes we had started with the 17th chapter, which is one of the most important chapters, Shraddha Tyaga Vibhaga Yoga. Can anyone tell me what it tells us or what it's dealing with?
The three types of gunas.
Yeah, it's telling us about the three types of faith. So it's telling us about ahaara, yagya, worship, dan. So we have done till verses 17.9, which told Arjuna's desire to learn more and his question. We have also done the sattvic and rajasic types of food. This class we have to do tamasik food, and we will also start with sattvic yagya, rajasic yagya, and tamasik yagya. Rama ma'am is also going to help us and teach us the chanting of each and every shloka, and we will be having the verses 17.10, 17.11, 12th, 13th, and 14th. Lingashtakam chanting and explanation will also be done by Salokya and Sharav. There will also be a few stories and temples. Anvit will be telling the story of Bhishma Pratigya, while Ajit will tell us about the Shravana Bella Gola temple. So let's start.
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Vidhi. My salutation to Dr. Timmappa Hegde, my guru, who is in the white shirt here. And everyone's guru is Swami Paramarthanandaji, who is from Chennai. So we'll start with the verse 5 of Lingashtakam. Salokya, you can go ahead.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Kunkuma chandana lepita lingam pankajahara sushobhita lingam sanchita papa vinashana lingam tat pranamami sada shivalingam. The meaning of the verse is, I salute that eternal Shivalingam, which is anointed with kunkuma, saffron and chandan, sandal paste, which is beautifully decorated with garlands of lotuses, and which destroys the accumulated sins of several lives. I salute the eternal Shiva Lingam.
Thank you, Shalokya. children, this we are learning the Lingashtakam because when you go next time to any temple where there is Shiva Lingam, you can remember while you chant these verses, you can remember Kunkuma Chandana Lepita Lingam. Okay, Pankajahara Sushobita Lingam means kumkum, that is the bindi, the red color we put on the linga, the chandanam. So next time you go to a prayer hall or you go to see Shiva Linga, you can definitely understand when you chant this. So this 8 verses called as Linga Ashtakam, when you can, what do you say, by heart it, so that you will at least one Linga Ashtakam or something like that we should by heart. 6th is by Sharo. Go ahead, Sharo.
Okay. Yes, sir. Devaganarchita sevita lingam bhavair bhakti bhirev chalingam dinakara koti prabhakara lingam pranamami sada shivalingam. The meaning of the verses: I salute the eternal Shivlingam, which is worshipped by the groups of Devas with true bhava and bhakti, emotion and devotion, and which has the splendor of 1,000,000 suns. I salute that eternal Shivlingam.
Thank you, Sharo. Children, imagine one sun itself gives so much light to everything in this universe. What here is said that I salute the eternal Shivalingam, which has millions of suns in one.
Sir, then how, like, our eyes will be blind if we look at it?
Exactly. So that is the power of Shivalinga.
Telling how divine it is and how holy it is.
Exactly. That is the power Shivalinga can give you.
Divine like 100 suns.
1,000,000 suns, not 100, 1,000,000. Okay. Now we will have Anvit. Anvit has already he's traveled from UAE to India, and now he's gone to his grandma's place, but he wants to tell us a story of Bhishma Pratigna. Okay, Anvit, go ahead.
Next slide, sir.
Next slide. Okay.
The next one. What was the vow taken by Bhishma? Bhishma promised his father that he will not marry in his lifetime. This was the vow taken by Bhishma, and it was a strict vow.
Just
Next
a minute.
slide, sir.
Anvit, wait a minute. I think
Why are you in a hurry?
the other things are here. Yeah.
What was the vow?
No, that is done. This is
Yeah. How did Devarata came to be known as Bhishma? When he took a terrible oath. He took the oath so that his father Shantanu could get married to Satyavati. Satyavati's father had denied to give his daughter in marriage to Shantanu, as that would mean his grandson wouldn't take the throne, because Devarata would still be Shantanu's eldest son.
Thank you very much, Anvit.
Thank you, sir, for giving this opportunity.
Thank you so much. Anvit is only in first standard, right, Anvit?
Yes, sir.
Very good, Anvit. See, this story is about Shantanu and his son Devrata. Shantanu wanted to marry this fisherwoman, and he went to her father and asked for the hand in marriage. But the father said, if you marry her, then only her, the child which will be born to her, should be ruling the Hastinapur. But that time, already in Hastinapur, there were other kings to be, ruling it, where Bhishma would have been the first to rule, as he was the eldest of all. So Bhishma came and said that, let my father get married to Satyavati, and I would never ever become a king. I would actually support the king that is the son of Satyavati, and that's how he took this Bhishma Pratigna. No one will take such a Pratigna nowadays, right? We all want to have our toys. It is mine. Sharing is a difficult thing. Here he shared the entire land, Hastinapur, and the kingdom, all the whatever wealth he had, he has just given it off for his father.
He shared his life.
Exactly. He also gave his life. So this is the strong Pratigna. We will see what is Yagna. Today in the class, we are going to see what is Yagna. But can we revise? Because there are few more kids who have joined newly. And I think for them, we will revise it just in brief. Yeah.
Sir, in my words, it's like I'm explaining what is Yagna.
You are going to explain, right? Very good.
Sir? Devavrata then came to be known as Bhishma.
Yes.
And for his woe, this great woe, he was given a boon by his father.
Correct.
That he will die whenever he wants.
True. So, coming to the last two classes, we have started 17th chapter, which is called Shraddha Traya Vibhaga Yoga. In this, Arjuna, as a student, asks one question. And that question is, what happens to that spiritually illiterate? The people who don't know what is spirituality.
They don't know and they
don't follow. But they still
pray to God.
Yeah. So what happens to those, whether they will be called as Satvik, Rajasik, Tamasik? So here the answer starts. Bhagavan starts giving the answer. And in very next verse, he says, depending upon your nature, some people are always smiling, some are always worried, some are mixed. Depending upon your nature, if you don't follow what is given in the books, the scriptures in Bhagavad Gita, then your nature will take over. And the examples were given. Satvik is the example of Ram, is the example of Satvik nature. Dronacharya or Bhishma is the example of Rajasic nature. And Kamsa is the nature of Tamasic nature. We'll come to what is Satvik, Tamasic and Rajasic. But here he says, you listen very carefully. Children, Tam Shrunu means very carefully you listen. If you don't listen carefully, you know what you could be called as. Today, we will... Yeah.
Sir, you would be called as like an elephant.
Okay.
Big elephants here.
Yeah. Do we start with the story of Shravana Belagola? If Atit is there. Atit, you would like to tell now? Or we will go, I think Atit wants it in the end. Okay. So in the third verse, he continues. Krishna says, O Bharata. Bharata means, can someone explain? Can someone read this? Bharata.
Sir, can I?
Sir.
Okay, wait a minute. Vishnu.
Swastik.
Swastik, you read. Okay.
Okay, sir. So, Bha means Brahma Vidya and Ratha means the one who rebels. Means the one. So, Bharata means the one who rebels in Brahma Vidya.
Correct. So, he names Arjuna here. Arjuna is named so many different ways in this Bhagavad Gita. One is Bharata, Kunti Putra, Anagha. So many names are given. So Bharata means we are all Bharatiya. Before the name India, we were Bharatiya. So we were every one of our grandparents were knowing what is in scriptures. They were following it correctly. In today's class, we will see what is to follow as Yagna.
Sir, according to dance, it's also called Bha equals to Bhava, Ra equals to Raga, and Ta equals to Thala. Bharata.
Who is this? I can't see her face. This was, hello?
Sir, I think it
Yes,
was
sir.
Sarayu.
Sarayu. Oh, Sarayu has joined today. Okay, good. Okay. So,
Sir, can I explain this?
who is this? Vishnu. Okay, go explain.
Sir, this picture shows us the. Sir, this picture shows that if we have a pet that runs around without our control, it can be also called it will be an untrained pet. Same thing can happen with our mind. The
Correct.
pet will control you that time.
Sir, may
Correct.
I also explain?
Who is that? I can't.
I'm ready.
Okay, explain.
Sir, an untrained mind is like an untrained pet. Because like an untrained mind will be always following our senses, always follow our desires, and it won't stop. It will be restless. Same like an untrained pet. If we don't train it, if we don't give them proper aids to train, then suppose we go for a walk, the pet will be taking you for a walk, not you, because the pet will be running around because it's not trained. Same thing happens with our mind. Our senses or our desires will start to control us if we don't train it with the help of scriptures.
Excellent, excellent. Very nice, both Vishnu and.
Sir, can I also explain in like?
Okay, but one last explanation. Okay, go.
Sir, so it has like just a basic sense behind it. Control or be controlled.
Control or be controlled. Okay. So children, today's world is full of glittery things. You know, nowadays there are malls, there are Swiggy, Zomatos, and there are apps. It is so attractive for your senses, especially the eyes. When you go to the mall, you can touch and feel things. You can hear music. So all these are very attractive. But if you don't control the mind, then you will do generally you go to a mall for getting one simple pencil. You end up getting 2 pencil boxes and 1 rubber box, and even one maybe a something to container to keep it. So you end up, if you're not trained to do proper shopping or trained to do control your minds, then we are at the end of losing things. Similarly, what Krishna is saying, Bharata, if you are not reading scriptures, then your nature will take you towards what you are going to go. So our nature, if you see in the scientific way, we are come from the apes. I mean, scientifically, we have evolved from a lower or animal to higher than humans. So our nature generally tends us to take towards animal instinct. We will run here and there. Our mind senses will go here and there. That should be controlled. Good. Three of you have explained very well. Then he explains. Yeah, so don't get distracted. Even this class, if you are listening to some other thing, you are writing something, then you are distracted. In 1 hour, we will correctly focus to this class. So in this verse, next verse, he says, those who are sattvic, they will do worship to devas. Those who are rajasic, they will do yaksha and rakshasas. And obviously, the dakini, shakini, that will be done puja by tamasik people. Then he elaborates on different types of their qualities. What happens to such people? Like sattvic people will always, they will try to give things. They don't want to accumulate wealth, accumulate material things with them. They will worship for everyone. But the other people, those who want to do rajasic thing, they want things for themselves. They will sometimes hurt themselves, and tamasic people will hurt even others. So this is where the first 6 verses takes us. So whenever you see such type of worship, this is not the right scriptural worships. This is not given by any of the gods. It is done by humans and with their greed to get something, achieve something. In the 7th verse, he starts the Krishna himself tells Arjuna, I will tell you more than worship or Shraddha, where he explains ahaara, tapas, and danam also. So we will see this one by one, in which ahaara we have already seen sattvic ahaara. Sattvic ahaara means mother, generally cooked by mother or family member, with love, with prayers, not what we get in the food stalls outside. This food is having source which is coming fresh. It is not kept in fridge for long duration, or it is kept in tins. And the quantity of food we take is adequate food, not very heavy food. Just because you like something, you don't gulp inside. And the way you eat, not watching TV, not roaming around, sitting at one place, the food should be above, little higher than the ground, respecting the food and eating by chewing it slowly and gulping it down. With prayers. Prayers we have seen, we will discuss in some other class. Then in the 9th verse, Vidhi explained and Sanjana also explained us about the Rajasik Ahaara. So Rajasik Ahaara, someone else can explain me other than Vidhi and Sanjana?
Sir.
Vishnu.
Can I?
Okay, Sharav, go ahead.
Food that is very pungent, spicy, dry, too sour, too bitter, like excessive tastes are Rajasic.
Correct. And that food which causes us to not sit at one place. It makes us...
The food which makes us lose our mind.
Exactly. The food which takes our mind away from us.
The extremes of food.
Exactly. Extremes of food. So this type of food will not let us concentrate. We get angry. We get arrogance. All this fear, anxiety, everything is because of such foods, children. And unfortunately, in today's world, these food are attractive, tasty, but not at all healthy. And these are available very easily. In fact, it is cheaper than making food at home. So people are using this Zomato, Swiggy so often for breakfast. Also, you can see people getting this food. But take my words as a doctor also, and Krishna's word himself, that these people are Rajasic, and this will make them impatient. They will not able to do their work 100%. Now, this is much more important. We have understood Sattvic and Rajasic food. Now we will go to Tamasic food today. And that we will start with Ishita. Ishita, you are there, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you will chant, learn the chanting, and then we will all chant with you and you explain. Ma'am, over to you.
Sir. Hariom, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Yatayamam katarasam Putiparyushitam cha yat Uchishtam cha medhyam Bhojanam tamasapriyam. Here in this slide, whatever you see in the red letters, that is Mahaprana, you have to stress and pronounce. Yatayamam gatarasam.
Yatayamam gatarasam.
See, it is Yatayamam, Y-A-T-A, that A doesn't have a bar on top. That means it is a short vowel. Whatever vowel has a bar on top, it is short vowel. You have to pronounce as short vowel only. Yatayamam gatarasam.
Yatayamam gatarasam.
Is it rasam? R-A, there is a bar on top? No, that is rasam. Okay, gatarasam. Yatayamam gatarasam.
Yatayamam gatarasam.
Puti Paryushitam cha yat.
Paryushitam chant.
Puti Paryushitam cha yat.
Puti
Paryushitam.
Puti Paryushitam chayat.
Very good. Very good. Uchistamapi
Uchistamapi
chamedhyam
Shamedhyam
bhojanam.
Bhojanam.
There be, that is Mahaprana. It is in red letters. So you have to pronounce it with a little more stress. Bhojanam
Bhojanam
tamasapriyam.
Tamasapriyam
Bhojanam tamasapriyam.
Bhojanam Tamasapriyam.
Very good, very good. So let us all chant together. Let me first chant, then you can all follow.
Sir, can I also tell?
Who is that? Madhav.
No, ma'am. No, sir, Dhruti.
Dhruti, we will give a chance. Now we will all chant together. In next class or some class, we'll give you one chance. Okay?
Yatayamam gatarasam
Yatayamam
utiparyushitam chayat uchistamapi chamedhyam bhojanam tamasapriyam. Please make a note, all the letters in the red you must stress and pronounce. Bhojanam tamasapriyam. Very good, very good. Okay.
You can, Ishita, go ahead for the explanation.
Yes, sir. Bhojanam means that food. Yatayamam, which is not properly cooked. Gatarasam, which lacks nourishments. Puti, which is putrid. Paryusitam, api, stale. Uchishtam, or leftover. Medhyam, and which is impure. Tamas priyam is liked by tamasic people. That food which is not properly cooked, which lacks nourishment, which is putrid, stale or leftover, and which is impure like tamasic people.
Good, very good. Now, Aloki, would you like to explain in details little bit?
Yes, sir. Namaste all. Today I am going to explain the verse 17. The Gita deals with the field of self-iron. It is a book about life and values and the guidance of dharma practice, and also deals with the three gunas. There is nothing to prove or disprove. It is about learning and applying them in one's life. It's an original self-help book to achieve personal calmness and happiness. Here the food that are overcooked, stale, putrid, polluted, and impure come in the category of tamasik ahaara. This food is not offered to the Lord. Tamasic food may cause harm to the physical and mental well-being of a person. This type of food also brings about intense mood swings, insecurity, and cravings, and are also believed to increase one's weakness and laziness. Here, I would like to give some examples of tamasik ahaara: meat, fish, mushroom, vinegar, canned food, frozen food, artificial or preserved food. People who eat a lot of tamasik ahaara are not only harming their bodies but their minds as well. This happens because tamasic foods exhaust our pran, or the life's force and energy, and fills us up. These foods instead replace pran with wrong thoughts and urges. So, for example, a family has cooked rice for dinner and then some of the rice is left over. They kept it in the fridge and ate it again in the breakfast. In short, the rice is stale and putrid, but they didn't care about it all. This example again comes in the tamasik ahaara. Thank you.
Excellent. So children, tamasic food is something which is not to be taken. Okay, this is the not to be taken is in the query. Okay, why? Because many people will not like it, because people who eat non-vegetarian food, for example, have you known why the coronavirus came? Why this coronavirus came to?
Somebody eat bat.
Correct. So see, when the infected bat was eaten by some Chinese people, or some other pigs were eaten, the droppings, pigs was eaten by humans, and then the coronavirus spread. Have you heard anything like this? Some vegetable has eaten and then the virus has spread? No. It's only by bird flu, some kind of animals.
Sir, if we eat vegetable and virus spread, means some fly has like sitting on it then.
Exactly. That's why we wash the
That
vegetable.
again comes in tamasik ahaara.
Exactly.
So like suppose like a mosquito which contains like malaria, dengue, etc. Okay, just sat on like some leftover food, and if someone eats it, they not only cause problems to themselves but problems to others.
Correct. But malaria doesn't go by food. This is the other things like.
If flies and all sit on it, then only it becomes tamasik food.
Correct.
Only
So
sattvic food, but this non-veg and all, they the red meat and all, they are like however it is, they are like tamasik food only.
correct. Very good. So this is up to you. This class is not going to teach how to eat, what to eat. This is going to tell if you want to pursue spiritual life, good life which you want to be, in a very high state on in all the ways, then you should have this type of food, sattvic food, less of rajasic food and no tamasic food. Now, one more thing.
I have one doubt.
Yeah.
Is all non-veg tamasik?
You only tell the answer. All non-veg is dead you eat, or fresh live you take inside?
All of it is dead. Why would we eat it live?
So dead means dead animal, humans, where they go? In the graveyard, they are burnt, or what they are done?
Dead humans are in the grave.
Similarly, if you are eating...
Dead humans in our tradition are cremated.
Cremated, whatever. I mean, once things are dead.
Are eggs also like tamasik?
Definitely, everything which is going to produce life is tamasik. If it is killed and eaten is tamasik. Anything which is...
So even egg is tamasik?
Yes, Vishnu. Unfortunately, egg is tamasik. Don't worry. This is not that from tomorrow you would stop eating. See, I was also eating. I'm telling frankly to all of you. But after going to 17th chapter and asking my guru, Timmappa Hegde sir, I stopped from that day itself. This is my choice. You should not start from tomorrow, I will not eat. No. This is my choice because I want to go through this path which is shown by Lord Krishna himself. Okay. But this is a controversial issue. That's why I was not going to talk about this. But Aloki said about the meat, fish and all that. That's why this topic came. But you decide by yourself whether this is tamasik or not. Whether the food is kept dead food or putrefied food, flies are sitting on it. Whether it is harmed by someone, that food is tamasik. Okay?
Sir, what is putrefied food?
Means which is kept for longer time.
Putrefied means like long preserved.
Preserved
food. For long hours. Like long hours, long times.
Yogurt.
Like that.
Yes. Okay. Anyway, we will discuss this in the end. Let us not go away from the topic. Children, one more important thing which we forgot is the food which is not offered to Lord. How many of you offer the food to Lord and then take?
Sir, me.
Me.
Okay. So if you are doing that, then it is a food which is sattvic. Okay. So from tomorrow, don't offer chicken and egg and say it is sattvic food. Okay, please.
Sir, we give sweets and like that.
Correct. But tomorrow you should not find a shortcut that I will cook chicken and keep in front of Lord and say it is Satvik. Never.
Yes, never ever.
Okay. Okay. So to offer the food to Lord, what you have to do? It should be home cooked food only. Do we order from Swiggy and give it in front of Lord? Do you do that? No.
Sir,
It's not healthy also, not cared also.
Yeah.
sir,
Someone is.
my mother used to tell that, like, when she was in college, then her friend, she had gone for dinner in a friend's house, and they had gone out for dinner, and when they came back, still my mom's friend's mother, she still alag se she cooked halwa, and then she served it to Lord Krishna even when they had finished eating.
Correct. Good.
Sir,
Yeah.
what about fruits, sir? Because we bring fruits from outside. So
Yeah. So fruits are sattvic because it's just taken from the tree. It is ripe. If you don't take it, it is anyway going to fall down, and it doesn't harm anyone. But fruits which are kept for a long time, where all the insects come and sit, and it is putrefied again, that is not sattvic. It is tamasic food. So fresh fruits are good.
Foods are, and Rajasic fruits are like the fruits in which we add like chemicals to make them.
Yeah, that is made by human Rajasic.
ma'am, so if ma'am, sir, sorry, sir, if some part of the food or something like that is rotten, but still
Foods are unprocessed.
Okay, Atharv, complete it. Let Atharv complete it.
sir, me, sir,
Yeah, some part of the food is rotten, then what?
then will it be tamasik?
Yes, there
If
should
you
be.
eat- If you remove the rotten part of
Generally, when there is rotten part, we throw it, right? If it is very little one spot, that is okay. But entire half of the fruit is rotten, no one will eat it. So tamasic food. Okay. Let us now, once we want to offer to Lord, you cook it at home by mother or anyone at home. But for that, you have to take a bath, pray before cooking. That is what is Shastra saying. To do that, we have to get up early, isn't it? Correct? And to get up early, we have to sleep very early. Nowadays, what is happening is because of television, lot of engagements, lot of things to do, we sleep late. So to sleep early, one have to eat at night early, not at 11 o'clock, not at 10 o'clock.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, sometimes I eat early, but
Again, you get hungry.
sir, sometimes like I eat very. But the thing is, like that day only, like FIFA matches are at night, so I watch it sometimes.
That is okay. That is FIFA match. No. Once in 4 years.
almost always FIFA match will be in the night.
Sir, FIFA World Cup is there. That is 12:30 to 2 o'clock.
Okay, that is your individual choice. But according to Shastras, FIFA World Cup can be watched afterward also by highlights in the morning, which is 4 minutes highlight in YouTube. I watch it. 4 minutes highlight. Very nicely, I can watch all the goals.
I know,
Okay.
sir.
But sleep.
See, Vishnu.
And we should not even touch the person who is cooking, right?
Correct. No, anyway, let us come to the Vishnu. We will discuss this. So eat early and sleep early so that you go get up early. Now, finally, what do you mean by ahaara? All of you, what did I understand by ahaara? Only food?
Food.
No, sir, consumption of food.
Exactly. All the 5 senses. What 5 senses you have? Smell, taste, touch.
Taste, and
Sight, hearing, touch,
listening,
taste, smell.
feeling,
So,
that's taste and smell. Taste from the eyes.
I consider this as 5-star senses. Everyone should have it. Imagine if you don't have one sense, what will happen, right? So 5-star senses should be there for your life. But this, whatever you take through this inside, okay, through smell, you can now, mother is cooking something, nice smell comes, your mind will go there. Obviously, whatever.
That's the consumption, like even air breathing.
Exactly. Even air, even what sound you take and what you see. So this is very important in today's world where you have gadgets. We have different kind of Netflix, what not we have. So many animations are there.
Sir, That attractive is like magnet.
Correct. So this all things which you take inside is ahaara, not just food, children. Remember this. So Krishna is saying, whatever you see, eat, feel, smell, touch, this should be sattvic. Now sattvic you understood, which doesn't harm anyone, which is not very showy, not very loud, not very, yeah.
Sir, how will hearing be like ahaara consumption?
Okay. Now, if you go and listen to a rock music, what happens to you? Your head start nodding like this.
Yes.
Then what does it mean? You are getting in action. But if you listen to raga, some nice Karnataki music, you might go to sleep also, or you might be alert to listen to that music. Every note you will listen.
You'll be calm.
Calm. So rock music is generally, and don't quote me anywhere, but rock music will be in Rajasic. Okay.
What will be tamasic hearing?
The words which are used in that rock and all that will be tamasik. The word which are foul words, you know what I'm meaning. Okay, that will be tamasik.
Some songs have bad words in them.
Bad words, that's okay. So hearing also important, children. So at least in this class, if you understand ahaara means not only food, but all the 5 senses together is food. So next time when you are out, if you see something which should be good, if you see a flower, you feel good. If you see a thorn, you not feel good. You see a mud, you don't feel good, right? So your 5 senses should start seeing good things. Then you will progress in a very good way, in a spiritual way. Okay. Coming to the 11th verse by Swastik and Vishnu. Swastik, you will chant with ma'am and then followed by all of us.
Okay, sir.
Aphalakangshirbhyagno vidhidrushto yajyate yashtavyameveti manaha samadhaya sasatvikaha. Aphala Kankshibhiryagno.
Kankshibhiryagno.
Bhir, no, it is bhir. Okay. Aphala Kankshibhiryagno.
Aphalankankshibhiryagno.
Vidhidrushto yajyate yashtavyameveti manaha
yashtavyameveti manaha
yashtavyameveti manaha
yashtavyameveti manaha.
Very good. Samadhaya satvikaha.
Samadhaya satvikaha.
Very good, very good. So let us all chant together. Aphala akankshibhiryagno.
Aphalakankshibhiryagno.
Vidhidrushto yajyate.
Vidhidrushto yajyate.
Yashtavyameveti manaha.
Yashtavyameveti manaha.
Samadhaya sasatvikaha.
Samadhaya satvikaha.
I had asked a question last time. What type of pranayama is by pronouncing Mahaprana is happening in our body? What Mahaprana? Have you heard of? Yes?
Ma'am, I forgot.
Kapal Bhati. You know where you...
I knew pranayama before.
It is Kapala Bhati. Continuous exhalation.
Kapala Bhati. Ma'am, is that like putting one finger on your nose and breathing?
No. That is Anuloma Viloma. That is not the one. See, like how dogs.
Ma'am, it's like Doing something with the stomach and breathing, a sound comes like that.
Yes.
Correct. Yes.
Correct.
Kapalabhati, you push your stomach and the breath comes right in.
Correct.
Yes.
Like
Dog
this. I don't understand how to do that.
Ma'am, like this, no, ma'am.
Where, yeah.
A dog or some other like lion and all, after a long run or after a long walk, we take the dogs out. Then after coming from a long walk, how does a dog breathe? Exhale maximum, isn't it? Everything will be exhalation. So that will automatically happen in our body if you pronounce Mahaprana properly. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Swastik, go ahead and explain.
Sir, ma'am, this
Yes, sir.
pranayam is also used to
Satvika yajna, ya ijyate, which is performed, mana samadhaya, wholeheartedly, vidhi drishta, spiritual injunctions, afala kankshivhi, even those who are not desirous of the result, iti, with the resolve, eva yashtavyam, it should be performed. So, Satvik Yajna is that way which is performed wholeheartedly according to spiritual injunctions by those who are not desirous of fruit or result, with the resolve that it should be performed. See, this relates to Sattvic food. Sattvic food is pure, vitaminous. Yeah, it is freshly cooked and it will never be dead. It will always be from grains. This also reflects a sattvic nature. Calm, personified, honest. There, it will show all good qualities. Like here also, yeah, if someone follows the spiritual injunctions like the Vedas, Abramankas, then Brahman, then Upanishads, etc. There, and they perform a yajna, then even if they do not want a result, they will still great profitings.
Okay, done. Good explanation tried. Vishnu, you would like to explain in more better way?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That which is performed by one without expectation of result, according to the scripture, with a mental resolve of duty alone, such sacrifice is sattvic. So far in the last some verses, Sri Krishna revealed the type of food, ahaara. Now he reveals the types of yagnas, the types of sacrificial rituals for worship, so that we can analyze the texture of faith through them. Yagnas are extremely elaborate rituals, but can be reduced to three basic components: the offering, the flame, and the result. The person conducting the ritual uses items such as oil or butter as an offering to the deity. The deity is represented by the flame that consumes the offering. A yagna is typically performed with a specific goal or result in mind, such as a longer life, marriage, children, prosperity, and so on. How does this matter to us in today's day and age? Symbolically, yagna refers to all our interactions with any entity or object in this world, and comprises of the very same components. First, the offering is the effort we put into perform an action. This action could be something perform at our job, for example. Second, the flame represents the recipient of our action. Lastly, the recipient responds to our action in the form of results, which could be something tangible such as money or intangible such as goodwill towards us. As we saw earlier, three people can perform the same action with three different attitudes: sattva, rajas, and tamas. Here Sri Here, Shri Krishna describes the attitude of a sattvic person. Such a duty performs his action driven by a sense of duty to a higher ideal without any selfish desire. The higher ideal could be service of one's country, for instance. There is no expectation of any result from the recipient of the action. Furthermore, the action is performed in the line with a set of selfless laws, such as our laws of country, humanitarian laws, or laws that have come from script. Is Sattvic Yagna. The yagna in which we offer something to the Lord and we need something in return is called as Rajasic. And when we do a type of yagna in which it hurts us is tamasik. And when it hurts us, it is also hurts the God. Thank you.
Good, very good. Straight from the book. But children, I would like, very nicely Vishnu has explained, but you can take some paragraph, read before, like Vidhi did. Vidhi nicely summarized it. I want children, after reading, give some time, think about it, then explain to the kids. Otherwise, it will not go that easily for people who are understanding first time. Okay, Vishnu, very good. You tried, very good attempt. Here we see the name of Vidhi also, right? Vidhi means according to scriptural injunctions. Now, what are these injunctions? There are 5 yagnas, children. One more important thing after ahaara, remember these 5 things were done by our great-great-grandfathers. Even sometimes, I think some grandfathers or fathers must be doing this. This is called Pancha Maha Yagna. Everyone has to do selflessly. No selfish activity in this. Get up early morning and start with Brahma Yagna. That means read some scriptural studies. Then Deva Yagna. You do puja. Pitru Yagna means worshipping your ancestors or your parents or your elders. Then Bhuta Yagna means the rangoli which you put in front of your house is made up of small rice powder or something like that. That will help the ants to come and feed on it. Okay, this was the normal practice done in the olden days. Bhuta Yagna is also to give food to the animals, dogs, cows. And finally, every human being, Manushya Yagna, every fellow being should be considered as the part of God. And respect every human being, be it your friend, family members, your teachers, or even subordinates, your younger friends. All should be respected as.
But even for like reproduction also.
Reproduction, I didn't get.
Means in the sense giving birth, like praying, like.
That is also Manushya Yagna, no? Everything will come into Manushya Yagna. So these 5 yagnas you should practice every day. So try to remember first Brahma Yagna, scriptural studies, Deva Yagna, worship, Pitru Yagna, elderly teachers and your forefathers basically, praying for them. Then about the animals, the people who are the living beings which are dependent on human beings, all the animals, all the plants, pray for them, help them, and your fellow beings, Manushya Yagna.
Sir, there's a kind of like a shloka. Matru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Aditi Devo Bhava. It's kind of like.
Exactly. So all this you are basically doing.
Like gods only, Aditi, parents, acharyas, they are even animals. They all are like kind of like.
They are similar to God.
Yeah, they're similar to gods, and we should have like respect to all of them.
Exactly. So basically, you don't ask anything for yourself. You do this yagna or worship for just the betterment of everyone. That is Sattvic Yagna. Now, importance of this. Selfless. So this first importance is you will get up early, means you will not be lazy. Otherwise, you will always hit that snooze button. Do you use the snooze button more or you get up?
Sir, I never used the snooze button.
Sir, I used the snooze button once.
Okay. Others are not answering means they don't get up. Anyway.
Sir, even I also
Sir,
not
my
use
mother wakes me up, so
snooze
there is
button.
no chance of being.
Very
I have
good.
a habit of waking up.
Ma'am, I wake up at 6 o'clock, sir.
I don't use
My mother will
I
wake
have a
20
habit.
minutes before.
Okay.
Sir, I
Very
don't
good.
have alarm only, sir.
Very good, Anand. Very good.
I have a habit since I was 7 or something.
So good. So if you are not habituated like that, then you start doing this. Get up early for at least.
Automatically in the morning, I get a wake up.
Very good. Very good, Anand. So
In 6 o'clock
yeah,
every day.
very good. So this is what if
Sir,
you
automatically I wake up
Me
at
also, sir.
30, but the problem with my school, like I have to go to my school
early. Okay.
I wake
Maybe
up
6:30.
This Pancha Maha Yajna is not to be done only on school days, even on Sundays. So every day we have to get up early. Every day we have to do these 5 yajnas in some way, small ways that will remove our laziness. So from tamasik nature, you will become little rajasic, and from rajasic, you will go to sattvic. That is how it should be changed. This also brings the family and relatives together. Manushya Yajna, Pitru Yajna will bring your families together. And most importantly, it brings the God closer to you. Because you see God in everything. We have seen this in 12th chapter. We have seen in 9th chapter, 10th chapter. God is in everything. So this reminds every time about God. And we have 5 minutes more. Shall we do this verse? Okay. Or we will take Atit. You are there, Atit?
Yes, sir.
Then we will do your story. Okay. And this verse we can take next time. Anyone wants story or something, please write to me.
Sir, can I have a Lingashtakam next class?
Yeah, you and someone else also has asked me. Raghav. Okay, go ahead, Atit.
Namaste everyone, my name is Atit. So now I'll be telling about Shravanabelagola temple. Shravanabelagola is one of the most important pilgrimage destinations for Jain community. It is located in the Hassan district of Karnataka state, southern India, at an altitude about 800 meters above the sea level. It is famous for the Gommateshwara Bahubali statue. There are more than 40 temples. Gommateshwara statue. Gommateshwara statue is a huge and magnificent statue of Lord Bahubali. It is carved out of a single block of granite, which is 57 foot high, that makes it the tallest monolithic statue in the world and one of the 7 wonders of India. It is built around 983 BC during Ganga dynasty. It symbolizes the Jain precepts of peace, non-violence, sacrifice, and worldly affairs, and simple living. Lord Bahubali. Lord Bahubali was the son of the first Tirthankar of Jain religion, who was Vrishabhnath. Raja Vrishabhnath was a mighty king who divided his land among his 101 sons. Bharat was the eldest son who became the king. He wanted to rule all the land of his father, so he gave servants to every other brother. All the brothers gave their kingdoms to Bharat except for Bahubali, the second son. Both of them were great warriors. Bahubali sent his servants back to Bharat, telling him, I respect you as a brother, but I am also a warrior. I won't surrender. As a result of this, there was a war. They thought, why all these sorrow in a huge scale? So they decided there should be a one-on-one competition. They were Drishtiyudh, Jalayudh, and Mallayudh. Bahubali defeats Bharat in all 3 competitions. As a result of loss, Bharat throws his Chakra Ratna. It lands at Bahubali's feet as a mark of respect for the great warrior. Bahubali realizes the hunger of power makes anyone inhuman.
He embarks a journey to pen and seeking the ultimate truth. He stands still for a year without food and water. Plans creep up his body. The pain of not getting forgiveness from his brother kept eating him from inside. Bharat realizes his mistake and also asks for forgiveness. Bahubali's doubts disappear and is blessed with the ultimate truth. Building the statue. Before about 12 years, Raja Chaundarai, a prime minister of the Ganga dynasty, lives with his mother to receive the blessing of Lord Bahubali. They stayed one night in Kavalampur, which is now known as Shravanabelagola. His mother saw Ushmandini Devi in her dreams, who tells her that if an arrow is shot from the small hill Chandragiri to the larger hill Vindhyagiri, a divine sight of Lord Bahubali will be manifested. Chaundarai, seeing this, ordered his men to carve a huge statue of Bahubali out of the big hill. It took 12 years to complete the statue. He performed a Mahamastakabhishek in great pride. He used 108,008 vessels of water, milk, sugarcane juice, sandalwood paste, etc. Due to his pride, nothing reaches below the nozzle of the statue. Kushmandini Devi transforms into an old poor lady by the name of Gulikai Ajji and offers a small vessel of milk. As she pours it, the whole statue submerges in milk. Seeing this, Chamundarai's ego shatters. When she poured the vessel of milk, a white was formed. In Kannada, it's called Belagola. Jain priests were known as Shravana, due to which it is known as Shravana Belagola. After that, Mahamastakabhisheka is carried out every 12 years. Devotees from all over the world come to be a part of this. The next Mahamastakabhisheka will be in 2013. Just seeing the statue itself is a gift. The temple also has many statues and artwork of stone. It is a wonderful place to visit. So I ask you, please visit when you can. Thank you.
You're muted, Uncle.
Sir, you're muted.
Sorry. Okay. Anyone can. Aditi, you can just sing this. Just pray this.
Okay.
Milan.
Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hariom.
Hariom. Thank you. Thank you, Rama Madam. Thank you, all the kids.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dhanyawad, sir.
Dhanyawad. See you in the next class.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am, once again.
Hariom,
nice.
sir.
Okay, now you can shoot your questions. Whoever